Robert Heffernan with EndoTech AI for FinTech. This is Blockchain Vitals. It's our weekly segment talking cryptocurrencies. I'm a master endotechnician. Now in the matrix. Everything's in the matrix here. Happy Easter Monday to you. And we're going to talk crypto. We're going to talk price discovery. I'm not even going to do the rounds because I think in times like this where the fundamental picture as far as I was concerned in cryptos has always been cloudy at best. And the only way for me as a trader to interact with the market is to look at the technicals, right? And I saw a tweet today about what a joke technicals were. And I got to tell you, you can call technicals a joke, but I don't know how in the heck you come to a fundamental understanding of what is going to happen a day from now, a week from now, a month from now, or a year from now. And I always thought that it was very hard to predict price on fundamentals alone because the future's a moving target. And in today's environment with COVID-19, an incredibly difficult thing to do to pick what's going to happen in the future. Therefore, sticking with the technicals, at least you can paint a picture on the potentiality, especially looking at fractals, different fractals, daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, semi-annual, annual for things that have the price discovery to do that. That's what I've been doing, and I have stayed out of trouble. I'll tell you, the trouble that I got into this year was believing the fundamentals on what the market should be doing. And I can't tell you how many times I have learned that and paid for that mistake in my trading career. And I learned it again. Anyway, I once again am dedicated to just trading the technicals and letting the system dictate what I should be doing. Anyway, let's take the vitals and talk about price discovery. Taking the vitals, my chance to actually talk about what's going on in the marketplace from a price discovery standpoint, from a mine and or yours. That's what we used to say in the pit. Anyway, Bitcoin right now trading 67.64, and although it had been above that $7,000 handle here, we're still kind of, even though we've shown some weakness here, the momentum level to the downside is further away here now, 63.87. I am in the market. I am long. I'm actually looking at some of the crosses too, and I'm going to get into that here as I talk about these. A little shuffle up at the bottom end of the 8 that we cover on this show every week from a market cap standpoint. But anyway, so as long as Bitcoin can hold above 63.87, that's my line in the sand here. We do not want to see this thing evaporate this week and close back in lower momentum on the weekly. That would be a turn for the worse for this asset. We talk in an emergency room type of statistics, and the momentum level, especially the lower momentum level, is important that we hold above it. So that's the line there, 63.87. I'll say it one more time. Please pay attention to that level. On strength or health here, 79.30 is the weekly average or weekly center line. And if through 63.87, 33.02 is the potential to that collar on the weekly, 33.02. Obviously, I don't want to see that happen. I don't want to see us penetrate the 63.87 level. Ether right now trading 154.03. 154.03, 136.48 is that lower momentum level. In Ether, the average 183.55 in Ether. XRP trading 1865, 1691 lower momentum on the weekly, and I'm just going to go through these. We're all talk about assets that are mirroring each other on these chart setups. All of them very similar where they are, as they're just above low momentum on the weekly. Litecoin actually trading 40.41. I'm not sure where the low was to the dot, but approached its level 39.12, being low momentum for Litecoin on the weekly. 39.12. They actually went and sniffed that area out. and now trading a little bit off of that, but for sure they got closer to their lower momentum level than most of the rest here. BNB trading 1462, lower momentum 1256 BNB, and I skipped right over EOS. So let's stick with BNB though, 1691, and let's do this too, huh? How about we look at their dailies for your reference. So BNB, like I said, and actually we got a little swapping in their market cap. BNB above EOS now. Weekly center line in BNB 1691. And let's go to EOS now. EOS trading 239. Lower momentum on the weekly, EOS 230. Well within striking distance. Weekly average in EOS is 324. Now, XTZ, as I talked about it last week, never closed in lower momentum on the weekly. XTZ right now trading 190. Lower momentum on the weekly, 154. Actually closer now to its weekly average at 218. If it can take that out, weekly up momentum in XTZ, 282. And when you start looking at it with these parameters, you actually can very clearly see the relative health of XTZ versus the rest of the board. Now, XLM, we had been going between XLM, ADA, and XRM recently, or XMR. I got a little dyslexic there. That can happen with me. Anyway, on this 8th spot. So XLM back in the 8th spot. XLM trading 0477. Lower Mo on the weekly 0416. Weekly average at 0547. And the other thing that I've noticed here, since XLM has climbed back here in the top 8 that we cover, on the cross chart with BTC, it's actually toying with going in up momentum versus BTC on that cross chart. So keep an eye on that. If we can take it out, and that level is, obviously, we're talking pennies here for XLM versus thousands of dollars for BTC. So it's quite a large decimal, a fraction there of BTC. 0.60725. If we can get a close on the weekly in XLM into that weekly up momentum level versus BTC on the cross, I will for sure shift some of my portfolio to XLM out of BTC. All right, so that's what I'm seeing. Please be disciplined. Stay and trade disciplined. Be disciplined with your interaction as far as social distancing is concerned. On the back to the COVID thing, mask wearing seems to me the best way. And if everybody would wear a mask, according to Nicholas Taleb, who I watch a lot, the author of The Black Swan, we could really flatten the curve here. So please, wash your hands, wear a mask, and be disciplined, trade disciplined. Thank you so much for watching. I will be back again next week for another segment of Blockchain Vitals. Until then, thank you.